clicking up, looking like you tough, acting like you banging now, nigga. Walk around with that flag out your pocket until the real come and ask what you claiming now, nigga. 1, 2, 3, oh shots from a loose cannon and it's blazing through your torso, nigga. 1, 2, 3, oh shots from a loose cannon and it's blazing through your doors now, nigga.
Yeah, nigga, that locust back. Come to your section, them shells rat-a-tat-tat. Cause what you banging, what you claim, you know what's up. If a person know, got that dagger exposing your fucking guts. Yeah, that blue been in me. Free my big cousin, cuz like me. Our gang's different, but we both bleed blue. Heart pump no Kool-Aid, them shots come through. I stay true blue, been true to that blue. Been true to the cause, so what about you?
You say you Hoover, ain't you? I'm Hoover. Heath meets Coke. Stay out of my business.
But he also a Crip.
I ain't no Crip.
I am a Crip.
Okay, then he can be in your business in Fort Worth. But when we speaking about Hoover, don't get in my business, nigga.
As a Mexican, get out of Paru business.
Nah, I don't have to. They put their business out there.
Get out of Paru business.
So we're just going to jump right into the topic. Please like, comment, subscribe. Now, today's topic is about staying out of gang business. Now, this topic, you know, it can go a lot of ways, but I would say this. A lot of you civilian motherfuckers and non-affiliates, especially those from the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, that's exactly what y'all need to do. Y'all need to stay out of our business. Whether it's Crip business, Blood business, Paru business, Hoover business, etc., etc. If you're not under a flag or whatever, you can't speak on our shit and you can't get in our business. What you guys need to do, since y'all love y'all hood so much and all that shit, and keep talking about the good old days and all that, you know, like the CFE and all the other shit, what y'all niggas need to do is figure out how to stop these gentrifiers from gentrifying y'all hoods and all that shit, taking it from y'all and all that, and keep that shit there since y'all love it so much. Instead of trying to figure out what we doing and getting in our business and talking shit about us and all that, like, you know what I'm saying? Because we not really even worried about y'all. But when y'all be talking about all that shit like, oh, we don't do that here, this, that, and third, and this, that, y'all, like, it's irritating. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all motherfuckers is stepping into a lane that's not the lane that y'all need to be on. You know, like, on some weird shit. But now let me break this down. And this is not for, you know what I'm saying, us members and all that. This is for those that, you know, don't understand what's going on. So the first video, now they both Hoovers, but one of them is a Hoover Crip from Texas and the other one is a Hoover criminal from LA. Yeah. Hoover's, I'm not even going to get into it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know what I'm saying? You guys just want to talk to Hoover about how they should go and all that, but yeah. But anyway, it's like this. When you're in a set, right? When you're official and you're in a set and all that, you need to mind the business that's going on within your set. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, what you are and your set. Crip and whatever set you're in. So, like, for instance, I'm a Crip and I'm with Original Harlem 30s, right? So I can't speak on Hoover shit. I can't speak on East Coast. I can't speak on, even though East Coast are our allies and all that, I can't speak on their shit. I can't speak on gangster Crip shit. I can't speak, you know what I'm saying, on Long Beach. I can't speak on they, you know what I'm saying, they politics or whatever they got going on. I can only worry about and focus on what us Harlem's got going on and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak on the 40s. I can't speak on the 60s. The only way I can really speak on that shit is if it's something going on with them and us. And it doesn't always have to be bad. It could be like over about a function, this, that, and third. I'm talking about, you know, with the allies. But when it comes to enemies, you know what I'm saying? That's a different story. But other than that, you know, I can't focus on what other sets got going on and all that shit. I can only focus on my set and my section, my line. You know, that's the only thing I can focus on. Same thing with the Hoovers. Thing with the East Coast. Same thing with the Pirus. You know, that's why Wack was talking about get out of Piru business to a Sereno and all that, because, you know, same thing. See, that was a Sereno, and Wack obviously a Piru and all that. And they were just talking about some other shit or whatever, this, that, and third and all that. And since he's a Sereno, he can't get into Piru business, Crip business, blood business, etc., and all that, you know. Now, he said his set fucks with the Pomino Gangster Crips and all that. Okay, they function with them. That's one thing. But they can't speak on Crips and all that as a whole. They can only speak on the set that they fuck with. Okay? Same thing, like, you know what I'm saying, with us and all that. Now, like, okay, we function with the East Coast. We function with the Full Trade Gangsters and all that. Okay. We chop it up and all that shit. We function with the Deuces, etc. But when it comes to the Hoovers, the A-Trade Gangsters, the fucking Insanes, the Long Beach 20s, and you know, so on and so forth and all that, we can't really speak on that. One, because some of those sets are in two different cities and all that, like where they originated from. So that's one. Two, like, if we don't really function with them and all that, how can we speak on them? How can we speak for them? You know? Even if they push the O and all that. Like, yeah, we say they, you know what I'm saying, they cool and all that, but we can't really get into, like, their politics, this, that, and third. Only they can talk about that shit, you know? And not just in the gang world, but really just in every community and all that, you know what I'm saying? Like the satanic community, the Confederacy community, the skinhead community, etc., the Crip community, blood community, Piru community, etc., and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? We can only focus on what's going on within our community and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? We can't worry about what others got going on unless they threaten our people. So, like, say, if the skinheads getting into it with the Crips and all that, this, that, and third, and they definitely, like, you know what I'm saying, trying to push on my set or whatever, or they trying to push on the Hoovers and all that, okay, that's when, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and third. But other than that, we're not really worried about them unless we have issues and all that. You know, that's just how it goes and all. So, same thing, you know, with the Juggalos and all that shit, you know what I'm saying, we ain't tripping unless, you know what I'm saying, they tripping. So unless, you know what I'm saying, the other side's tripping and all that shit, that's when we act and all that. But other than that, we not, you know what I'm saying? We ain't politicking with them, we ain't this, that, and third. Same thing with the bikers, you know what I'm saying, unless it's business. Basically, at the end of the day, what it boils down to is everybody is really sticking to their own lane and mind their own business and all that. That's what it boils down to at the end of the day. You can't really put your nose in business that has nothing to do with you. Yeah, like y'all motherfuckers from the DMV and shit, always talking about there ain't no Crips and Bloods around here, this, that, there ain't no Crips and Bloods in the city. Yeah, okay. I know plenty from the city, homegrown. We ain't talking about visiting now from out of town. We talking about homegrown. So you can miss me with that shit. You know, and those that know. But y'all still in that delusional shit, talking about, oh, we still don't do that shit. It's been how many decades now? Like I said, stay in y'all lane, mind y'all business. Cause that's how, unless you want to throw the fade and all that, you know what I'm saying? And niggas will throw that fade, so mind your business. You know, always trying to start some shit. And it's funny because I actually know one story. Nigga was talking all this shit. You know, that typical DC shit, talking about there ain't no Crips in there, this, that, and third. Got into it with my homie and all that. Dropped the low and all that, this, that, and third. Homie was about to, you know what I'm saying? Fade cuz, this, that, and third. Whole time, dude that was talking all that shit, his cousin is a Crip. A gangster Crip. From LA. Residing in the city. that pushes Avalon. So I ain't trying to hear that shit. None of us is trying to hear that shit, man. I mean, how long now? We ain't trying to hear that shit. This shit gets old now, cuz, like, okay, like, you guys are entitled to your own opinion, but the facts is the facts and all that shit. And niggas been around since the 80s and all that shit. Like, y'all just need to hang that shit up and just mind y'all business. You guys don't have to like it, you know what I'm saying? But y'all will fucking respect that shit. You know what I'm saying? How niggas was, like, how fucking Aunt Glizzy was talking all that shit. And, niggas want to make skits about that shit. Yeah, they funny, but, what y'all motherfuckers need to realize that we actually die behind what this shit stands for. Go behind what? See, like I always say, a man gotta stand for something or will fall for anything and die as nothing. Or let's put an ad on. A man gotta stand for something and fight for it, or he'll fall for anything and die as nothing. There you go. That's anywhere. But a lot of you niggas be talking all this shit, and while y'all doing that, y'all could figure out how to stop these gentrifiers and the government tearing down y'all homes, or should I say y'all projects. That's y'all community, and they tearing that shit down. So y'all need to mind y'all fucking business and all that, and figure out, sign, make a petition, whatever the fuck y'all gotta do, so that way they could prevent from that shit happening, cause they coming. And one by one, they tearing y'all shit down. So y'all need to mind y'all business and worry about that shit instead of worrying about what the fuck we got going on. But, civilians and non-affiliates, they always gonna do what the hell they want to do and all that shit. So, I mean, it is what it is. They just want to find out the hard way, so... And these motherfuckers always want to put their nose in our business and all this shit and not understand what this shit really is. They just assume and talking out their mouth, and then when someone wants to tell them the truth about what this shit is, they don't want to hear it. Small-minded motherfuckers. Motherfuckers in the bucket. So, it is what it is. But anyway, I just want to touch on that, And remember, if it's not your community, if you're not in that community, get out and stay out of our business. If it's not your people's, get out of their business.
You don't know now, what said I claim? I claim 3-0. You ask what I bang? I bang 3-0 with an A in the middle. Avenues, cuz, but I ain't with the riddles. Keeps it 3100, but people not like me. I see the weird shit going on repeatedly, but I'm a go-getter. I goes and gets. Never a lazy ass nigga, ambitious with my bets. Cross the line, pay the debt. Even with your life, pay the debt. Gotta pay the toll, that's how life rolls. I seen too many plays solid, but they always fold. Had a beating heart, froze that shit cold. Don't give a fuck, I'm in that fucking mode. Seen one side, but now it's the other side. One slick mouth, that life of yours, bye-bye.